Welcome to F&W Game Club. You're seeing footage right now from Conan Exiles. Conan Exiles. Not the Irish barbarian, but the better barbarian. The Arnold Schwarzenegger
the Austrian barbarian.
The Austrian barbarian. So we're switching up the formatting here. What we're going to do is instead of having a separate game review, game club, and then a separate news, we're putting them together. So while we do our news and our various podcasting, you'll see footage of the game, and then at the end of this video, we'll do our review of it. So we're kind of just merging all of it together, and we'll see how this goes for a few weeks and see if we like it. So let's get on with the news here. Horizon Zero Dawn. Of course, they had announced at E3 that it's going to be getting some DLC, some story campaign DLC, but also announced coming soon is a new game plus option, which I'm excited to play. I played through the normal game.
Was it worth it?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so good. So very, very good. I mean, unfortunately, it came out like a week before Zelda, and Zelda took all the hype.
Yeah, it kind of got overshadowed.
Yeah, I got that. The hype train was completely stolen.
Choo-choo!
All right. With this other DLC that's coming out, this free DLC, they'll add also an ultra-hard difficulty, apparently.
Nice.
And this is actually available now, the ultra-hard difficulty. And they'll also be adding some new trophies and some extra customization options like face paint for the main character's face. And this is all just kind of getting people prepped for later when Frozen Wilds will be coming out. That's the campaign DLC. We'll have to play that, I think. Play the DLC for part of Game Club.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Also, we were just talking about this game, Josh. Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket League!
It's got some awesome DLC on the way. Some, I'm not sure, I guess DLC coming out July 5th, so it's already come out. And it's going to have some content for Rick and Morty themed content.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What are they? Okay, is that the only thing that they're really adding?
Well, I mean, Rocket League is always adding all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm a fan of Rick and Morty and Rocket League, so it's nice to see the two come together.
Rick and League.
There's going to be some new vehicle swag, also some new vehicles themselves. Just some overall, you can kind of Rick and Morty bling. Josh, and actually Chris.
Yes.
Does it mean anything anymore when people say ex-Bioshock devs announce whatever? I feel like that's getting overplayed, right?
Yeah, I don't really.
I feel like if you're an ex-Bioshock dev and you're now just announcing something, you've missed a train on how important that moniker is. It just seems like that's been overplayed, though. So the next thing to make that claim is City of Brass, a game that's being developed by Uppercut Games, apparently having some personnel from who are once Bioshock developers. IGN explains this, that players will explore a dangerous Arabian Nights-themed city and complete procedurally generated quests in the hopes of reaching the city's biggest treasures. So
That sounds like it could be interesting.
Yeah,
Depends on
so
how good their
curious.
procedural generation is.
it sounds like We Happy Few, though, isn't it?
A little
Except
bit.
instead of escaping, you're after a nugget, right? You're after some kind of treasure.
I was thinking it was brass instruments that were walking around trying to beat each other up. So better than what I had.
Yeah,
Marching band wars.
Yeah.
that's why they make the games and you play them.
And review them on this subsequent podcast.
As if we know what we're talking about. Hey, Chris, this is pretty good news for you Xbox fans. 4 Halos are being announced for backwards compatibility.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you know what's stupid is none of them are new.
Well, yeah, backwards compatibility.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So
Microsoft.
this will include Halo Anniversary, Halo 3, ODST, and Halo 4. So
Wow.
most of the big ones, right?
But no reach?
No mention of Reach. Halo 5 Guardians is getting a 4K update patch. So that's pretty cool for people who want to...
It just feels like Halo's turning into Final Fantasy now. Just let it
14 years of
Just let it
development.
die, guys. It had such a good run. Just retire it while we still love it. Don't turn it into The Simpsons season 27.
That's actually a pretty fair point.
Just let it go.
I hear that the multiplayer is still good, but the campaign is certainly
Yeah.
just spinning out of control.
Yeah, but it's hard because it never marketed itself as such, right?
Yeah. So, Chris, we were... both you and I played Mass Effect Andromeda. We both finished it. And did you play much of the multiplayer?
No, I did a couple times. It's just like horde mode, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, except, advancing on some of the ideas. But if there was one alien race that you couldn't play as before, and now you could, which one would you pick?
I don't know.
Would it be the Batarians, Chris?
Nah, that probably wouldn't have come to mind.
Well, now you get to.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Way to save that bit, James. You really pulled that one back from the fire.
Yeah, the Batarians, everybody's hated. I'd rather be a Hanar in multiplayer.
Classic Hanar.
But anyways, yeah, the Batarians are now going to be playable in the multiplayer. Those overly angry, needlessly unnecessary alien race that were brought in as DLC.
But at least they're not jellyfish.
Yeah, they're not jellyfish, I guess. And I don't know. I guess this is the positive here is that they are not completely abandoning Andromeda yet. Right, this is a sign that there might be some life still left. Chris, I am hoping that we get that single player campaign DLC where we go save the Quarians.
Right.
Man, I hope we get
The
that.
obvious choice for DLC.
Yeah, and which they pretty much said in the campaign we'd be doing, right? Near the end of the game, there's like, we might have
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay. Moving on. We're going to do our comparison. It's early July. That means there's new free games for PS Plus. There's also new free games for Games with Gold. And now we're going to compare them. Pretty interesting lineup on one side, I would say. Let's start with Games with Gold, the clearly boring lineup this time around. You get Grow Up, which is...
I love that Vin Diesel movie.
yeah. Now, this is a sequel to Grow Home, which I didn't find very interesting. It's kind of a faux indie game, but it's actually made by, I want to say, is it Ubisoft or Activision? One of the big ones, but they pretend it's an indie game. Another game I've never heard of called Runbow.
Hey, you know what you call a fake indie game?
What?
Pretendy.
A pretendy game.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
like
our-
to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Also, here's a good one, though. Kane & Lynch
Ooh.
2. That must... I wonder if that is backwards compatible.
We're just going to ignore this right now. There's a bloody crocodile chasing him. I'm so sorry.
No. Don't laugh into the mic, though.
Yeah.
Also, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
And okay, any Lego games are rad.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
That's for a total of $59.96.
Oh my gosh.
this month.
It's so much money to spend.
No. That's the retail value.
Oh,
you get them
okay,
for free
okay,
if you have Games with
good.
Gold. On the PS Plus side, Until Dawn.
Oh,
is
nice,
free.
dude.
That's a good one. And also Game of Thrones from Telltale.
Wow.
That's a sick lineup. So
Yeah, that was a
far.
lot of fun.
Yeah, Tokyo Jungle, which was a niche game that some people really liked. Darkstalkers Resurrection. That
I
was
know that one.
take Zelda but make it post-apocalyptic biblical revelation.
Yeah, sure. I'm in.
Yeah, okay. And some game called Elemental 4 that I've never heard of. And Don't Die, Mr. Robot, which I've also never heard of. For a combined retail value of $83.94. A little bit better, I say, on the PS Plus
Yep,
side.
PS wins this month.
So, Chris,
Yes, sir.
that's all of our news. Let's talk about Conan Exiles. You're the one who's been playing this for the most part.
Yep.
Usually we all play these games, but I didn't have the opportunity that you did to play it this week. So, what do you think?
All right. So it's a survival game, right?
Right.
So if people not familiar with the genre, think Minecraft. There's not a strong story or narrative.
Yeah, let me ask you a
Driving
question. Do you
everything.
get to pillage any villages as Conan?
Well, not as Conan.
Oh,
You're
as
just
a
in
guy
the Conan
freed by
universe. Yeah,
Okay. Do you get to destroy your enemies?
you do. And
Okay,
see
okay.
the lamentations of their women.
Okay. I kind of
Oh my
don't...
gosh.
I kind of
Sounds like a good band name.
I kind of don't understand why you would make a Conan game and the first thing you'd think of is crafting and survival.
Yeah.
That
I don't
seems
either, but
a little odd.
I'm kind of glad they did. There are some things that are definitely more Conan sidey. Like, this is pretty typical for survival games, right? I got my campfire, I can throw some meat on there, it'll cook up, then I eat, and I can get my food meter back up. There's a bit of controversy about this because they wanted everything to be true to life. All right, let's go. I do not recommend
Taking on a
crocodile
butt
naked.
naked. Oh,
Whoa.
there's two of them. That is a huge crocodile.
Well,
Is everything prehistoric? Is that kind of the
it's
idea?
a different universe.
Oh, entirely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you get for not wearing armor.
I was killed by a crocodile.
So back to this neo-colonialism that you get to practice in the game in terms of enslavement. What's the perk of...
You can basically build a small village. You get these people and you make them your followers, and they will stand around and they will refine resources for you. They will guard your little village that you build. They'll guard all your stuff.
So this is an alternate universe statism. They're
Yeah.
pretty solid.
So here's a question I have. I've watched you play some of this game, but I wasn't quite sure. Like
What
from
is that?
from a hour by hour gameplay perspective, how much of this is fighting and how much of this is more passive gameplay of like building, constructing, managing, and doing survival stuff?
That's one of the interesting things about this game is it seems like it can be a little bit of whichever you prefer.
Okay.
And you do have to get resources. And there's one of the things I like is this is still in early access, right? So remember, it doesn't have everything that's going to be in it. So there's not a ton of animals yet, but the developers are interacting with the community of people playing it.
In the priority of things, they spent a lot of their early time making sure that the junk had the perfect physics.
And so right now there is some debate about resource harvesting, and it's a lot of work to use like steel or iron weapons.
Mm.
But once you get that going, you can then go run around. There's stuff to explore, stuff to find. There are caves and treasures and...
So you got to be able to have stronger items eventually, though, to take
Yeah.
on stronger monsters.
You see, obviously we all think we're developers and can do better than real developers when none of us are, but I feel like if I was making this game, I wouldn't have had any traditional surviving or crafting or collecting aspects to this. Instead, it'd all be about capturing people who have these abilities and skills. So if you want steel, you got to conquer a town with a blacksmith
Oh my
or something.
goodness!
That's not good. I'm definitely not strong enough to be over here, wherever I am.
Because obviously the Conan movies presented it like a somewhat primitive society, but they still had like metal.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of the direction it goes.
Yeah.
So you can make the Wheel of Pain and the Leather Whip without too much investment time-wise to unlock those. And then
is there magic in this game? Because there's magic in the Conan movies. Conan didn't have any magic, but he was surrounded by it.
Well, there is a religion system. You can
Okay.
choose a god at the beginning to follow, and you can choose Crom if you don't.
Gotta be Crom, man.
Yeah, because Crom doesn't
Conan.
care about you, so he's kind of for players who don't want to deal with the religion system. But you can build shrines, and then you can do things to get stat buffs, like sacrifice people or whatever. Whatever that your god demands.
Are you able to travel to some kind of larger NPC area, or just a place where there's a lot of NPCs, or is it all pretty barren right now?
No, there are like large villages and even kind of cities.
Can you find
Yeah.
one?
Well, it's going to take me a while to get over there. Because
After
I had to
dying.
go try and kill those crocodiles, and I'm back in the respawn spot.
Gotcha. Well, okay, and then instead of
Let's see where the map is, where I am. All right.
okay, oh yeah,
So-
let's look at the map.
Yeah, see, there's all kinds of stuff up over here
Hmm.
and over here, but it's a big map.
Okay,
Get some
all
armor
right,
going.
well, Chris, what do you think? It's an early access game, so it's not like we can really judge it as a finished game.
Right.
But for where it's at,
So far, I'm pretty impressed, and one of the things that really goes a long way is the developers taking time to respond, like on the Reddit and things like that. And what happened to our screen here?
uh-oh.
Well, so it's kind of unfair to compare this to Ark
Yeah.
because Ark's been around longer and has had more development time.
Okay.
But it is
Similar concept.
yeah, the genre I think makes it a kind of a fair comparison. But I would say right now, $30 when this is a full game will be a perfectly reasonable price point.
Okay, at this point, though, wait for a sale?
At this point, unless you gotta have it, if you're a huge Conan fan and you gotta get into that universe, or if you
Some-
grab it on.
Okay, well, I
Here's
guess
an
that's
NPC
it.
village and.
Oh, kill him! Yeah, take that person who's different than me. Die. I will break your bones. Oh, are you dead?
You
Oh,
broke all
oh.
of his stones.
Ah,
Oh.
And
swan dive.
Oh, I didn't quite make it to the
Oh.
water.
You see that video? Oh, okay.
perfect way to end the video. That's it, Chris. Send us out.
So go get the game.
We at Game Club want to thank you for watching this video, and if you would, please like, subscribe right here, watch a couple extra videos, and keep playing games.